What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing episode 7 of the Netflix series Starting Five. And man, this episode basically continues on from when Anthony Edwards had to leave the game early to actually go to the hospital to see the birth of his daughter, and just seeing that and how frantic, being a first time dad was for him, and just being in the moment, even getting there directly from a game, which was, high stakes and things like that, to see him switch modes and go into being there for the mother of his kid and, for his family and things like that was definitely a great thing to see. For me, that was what I really like about this series, aside from the behind the scenes things where you see guys how to get ready for the games and all the things that goes into being a professional athlete and things like that, right? It's the side where they show how human they are. Anthony Edwards says something in this particular episode was he knows how to be one way when he's on the court, and he knows how to be one way when he's at home. So, that keeps him balanced, so to speak, because when you look at all that goes into just being a professional athlete, it's hard. Even hearing LeBron talk about his family and his kids and the things that makes them great. Aside from just him being their dad, it's him wanting what's best for them and him having three. It was just great to hear. Same thing from Jimmy Butler. He said something to the same effect that was speaking to, my kids don't care if I foul out of a game, or they don't care if, I played 3 minutes or whatever. They don't care about that. They care about me being their dad at the end of the day. I'm not a basketball player to them. I'm just a dad. And it was no difference hearing Jason Tatum and also Domantas Sabonis. But to the basketball floor, which, the episode did get in tune with, was talking about the ending of the season. Getting to that playoff push, getting to that playoff run. You see every team in different elements. And I do want to put a bow on just the whole family element of the beginning of the episode. It was Jason Tatum and his dad was talking about things that when he was younger, when I'm speaking to Jason Tatum's father, said some things like when he was younger, he wasn't really, ready for fatherhood, and spoke to being a hard-headed young dad and things like that at 18 years old. So Jason was like, when is my time? His mom Brandy was like, when is my time to have my own son? I'm going to make sure I do X, Y, Z and things like that. And you like to hear that. You like to hear that. Also, Jason Tatum also went back to his old home in St. Louis, in U City, so that was good to see also. But every team, particularly in this episode, was pushing and talking about playoff pushes. Every guy in this episode was talking about playoff pushes, whether it was Anthony Edwards talking about, going up against the Denver Nuggets and things like that. You seen LeBron speaking to going up against the Pelicans, and he definitely gave some honest opinions about Zion, saying how tough he is, the guard, and how much of a beast he is. And that's good to hear. That's good to hear players talk about other guys in their same field. I love to hear things like that, especially somebody like LeBron, who's been doing it for so long. But for the Kings, you've seen them on the other side of it. Sabonis speaking to wanting to be there and trying to get there and things like that. Same thing for LeBron, saying how playing for the Larry O'Brien trophy is one thing that every team wants to be a part of and every team wants to do, and you just need a shot if you get to the postseason, because then everybody has an opportunity, and that's all you want at the end of the day. So in this particular episode, it was called Push, actually. It was kind of interesting because that was what was going on at the beginning of the actual episode. But when I think about this particular episode, I really enjoyed how, seeing, one thing I did enjoy the most out of this episode was LeBron James talking about being on the road. Him being on the road, and he don't really get it was actually after the New Orleans game. He said, I want to, finish up here. He was talking about doing things necessary after the game and maybe going out and getting some fresh air. And he was like, I don't know, man. People going to be out there bothering me and shit, and I don't really want that. Excuse my language. But he said, I don't really want all of that. But they did show LeBron walking around outside in New Orleans. It was pretty interesting to see him. I know it had to be in the middle of the night because nobody was outside, but that was good to see. You also got to see him and Rui Hachimura at dinner, doing having glasses of wine and things like that. So that's good to see. But in this particular episode, I enjoyed it. I'm not going to give everything away in the episode, so let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Have you guys been watching the Starting Five? Have you not? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to the channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I catch you guys on the next video.